Okay, let's get into just refining some more in this chapter, and I'm going to just make my dark shape a little bit more refined. So I've made the decision that I want this part of the breast to be a little bit darker. This is the accent, and just going to darken this side of the breast, and then this is our accent again where it is touching. I'm just basically making my whole shadow side darker, because when I see a lot when I step away from the drawing, and when I step away I'm getting a little too fuzzy now. So again, it's all about layers. So we're working in layers, and our next layer is, well, our previous layer was everything, we softened it out. So now our job is to crisp things up and just make things a little bit more sharper. And that's what I'm trying to accomplish right now. And the way that I'm going to try to accomplish that is just by going a little bit darker with my shadow, and then refining the dark halftone, and just really showing where the light and the shadow meet with that dark halftone. Again, it's going back to the good old line that separates the light from the dark. Okay, I'm going to bring it all the way out. I'm saving this part here. It's just going to be in refine, but for the website I want to do this and that. That's going to be a little bit more texture based in terms of like the rendering. I'm just trying to get the overall statue pretty solid right now in terms of me liking it, proportions, tonal balance, and all of that. Alright, leaning back. Hopefully my head didn't get in there too much. Again, just solid that up, and it already looks better. Okay, so I'm not matching the values. That I don't think I'm going to. I want this to be lighter. We'll see. I'm not going to put my foot in my mouth and then change my mind later. I'm keeping all of my options open in terms of how I want the background to fit with this. And why am I doing that? That's a practical thing. I just don't know if I want to take forever to shade black in my background. I just don't know if I want to go really dark with that. Here's the center of my breast. This needs to be moved over to the right. And I'm going to sharpen it. Go in a circular motion with this. This is my dark halftone that I'm attempting to put in this motion. Okay, so now what I want to really try to do is make this pretty even. Yeah, there's gradations in here, but I just want to make it a little bit more even than what I have. So I'm looking for the sharp part of my pencil to go inside the nooks and crannies of the paper. And we're getting there. This turns under a little bit, so I could make it a little bit darker. So this drawing is going to take me a long time. You know, I can see already it's going to take me a long time. And I'll break it down as much as I can for you into bite-sized chapters that, you know, you may want to watch or you may not want to watch. Depends. I'm going to try to have, like I said, chapter on texture. This is all refining right now. But you're going to get something different from each chapter. Hopefully. So I think me making the shadow side solid helped. And I don't want to go any more darker than that. I mean, I could always use the brush one more time to pull out some of the pencil that is on the paper. So I'm going to go value down with all of this. I need to get this cast shadow in. And at the same time, I'm paying attention to many things at once here, but the two things, model and factors and measurements. Putting in some light tone on the light side of that breast. And now I'm going to go under this with this direction with my pencil strokes. Chest muscle, I'm going to put some tone in. Still keeping my light. Let's go back to this. Let's turn it into the shadow. And let's knock this down. Okay. Much better already in this chapter. I just feel like I needed to make some things darker, make them stand out. This center of the breast really goes to the edge right over there. Got to make sure that I keep that tilt of the breast. I don't want to raise this too high. And let's just kick this out. And we can start to roll into the fabric a little bit. So we put in a bit of a measurement or some kind of, landmark. Navel needs to be lower. Yeah. Navel is very small. I think when we come back I might do some work with my eraser. But I like what I did in this chapter already. So let's just kind of block in some more. Just straight up and down. And I'm getting rid of all the tone, the light tone. This is going to be my hard edge. And we're just trying to be neat here. Yeah, that should have done a lot. You see the reverse gradation taking place now? Yeah, I totally see it. It's starting to come alive. So this is that I'm going to be honest with you, we're at midpoint of this right now. I've got a lot to go. So it's just starting to happen right now. There's always a point in the drawing, I think I just passed it, where it just does not look too good. And you got to stick with it to make it start to look really good. And I'm over the hump, I believe. Definitely over the hump. So now, I'm going to totally stick with the reverse gradation. I am so not matching the values of the dark sheet in the background. I like this dark against that light middle tone. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take a short little break. I'm going to sharpen all my pencils. And I'm going to come back. I'll zoom in a little bit for you. And then we're going to start to just pick one area. It's probably going to be right here. And we're just going to start to chisel it.